Hey, Sarah Frost from Invitation Wellness here. Day 4 of Naked in Public. Today, I feel awkward and I keep trying to plan out what I'm going to say, which is not the intention of these videos. So I decided that to stop myself from doing that, I would just come on. So today I woke up really tired, and sometimes this happens to me in my body where I just feel really hungry, like I'm not absorbing any nutrients and I can just eat and eat and eat and nothing happens. I feel really tired, like I could sleep all day long and not feel rested. And when that happens, I also have just a very low energy and emotion and feel not very valuable like as a person. So it's great to have this exercise of being naked in public because the whole purpose and intention of it is to feel appreciation and gratitude for who I am all the time, and all of the different experiences that I have. So what's coming up for me is talking about soul care and self-care when it doesn't feel good, because it's easy to do things like exercise or get a massage or eat well or take a nap or whatever that is when we feel good. The harder part is when we're in these periods of lowness and feeling unvaluable or invaluable, um, to take the time to allow ourselves to receive that, whatever that is. So for me today, I recognize that, and I also recognize that when I do my alignment practice, when I do my Fly Life template practice that I'm teaching everyone in the Fly Life program, that this will go away, that I will feel differently and better and more aligned with who I am. But before I do that, I also recognize that I need a day off. And that day can't be today because I'm working and I'm teaching, and that's okay. But it has to be some day. And so, what I have forced myself to do, because it doesn't feel good right now, is to accept an invitation from a friend of mine to be social, which I want to isolate myself, I want to hide. And I recognize that that is not always the healthiest thing for me when I'm in these low points. So I said yes to an invitation, and I'm going to show up even if it doesn't feel good. And if I show up and I don't feel good, I'm just going to be honest about that and trust that that person will accept me for where I'm at and who I am. And just like the Naked in Public 30-day challenge, that they will also be grateful and appreciate me in all of the spaces that I'm in. Oh, that's really funny because that person just texted me right now. Cool. And then I got some food that is healthy but also feels really comfortable, because I got some coffee, which is kind of a comfort thing for me. I know that it grounds me to feeling productive and into this alignment of being a businesswoman and loving my work, and that's just a connection that I have with coffee, and so I know that that will be helpful. I also texted someone and am trying to schedule a massage so that I can figure out having a day off. And I know this might resonate with you, or it might sound kind of silly, but it's not easy for me to schedule a day off. I love my work so much that if I don't intentionally block off my schedule and treat it just like an appointment, I don't do it. I will work every single day until suddenly I'm so run down that I lay in bed for a day and a half or whatever. So it's very much like I have to schedule when it's happening, and it's helpful if I schedule a way to start it, like if I have a massage or a coffee date or a hike or something at the beginning to get myself out of bed, and then not allow myself to like open my computer or my email or whatever on those days, because I know if I do, I will start working and I won't stop. So the point is that, and as we're talking about all of these ideas of mental health and suicide and the topics that have come up this week and quite often, is there's kind of this myth that like self-care is easy and fluffy is the word that comes to mind, that it's always like massages and baths and pedicures and exercise and healthy eating. And the truth is, sometimes it just feels shitty. Like it doesn't feel great to decide to take care of myself. And in the end, I know that it's healthier and that I'm caring for my soul and all of those things. But sometimes it's sitting in this discomfort of not feeling very great, or asking for help, or showing up to people that I trust care about me when I'm having a hard time caring about myself or valuing myself. Sometimes it's painting a picture or writing a poem that isn't positive, but that's part of the human experience. Tonight during the Fly Life, my friend and colleague Juanita is going to be talking about soul care packages with me and teaching about making those, so that in these moments we actually have a physical tool to go to and to look at and to open when it's sometimes hard to remember what is helpful or what works for us. So I'm really excited about that, and it's interesting of the timing of that today happening. So my question, if you want to comment either live or on this recording, is what do you do? Well, first, do you resonate with this idea that sometimes self-care doesn't feel good, it feels shitty? And if so, do you have a list? Do you have a soul care first aid kit? Do you have a strategy that you use when these things happen? What's your go-to to take care of yourself when you recognize you're not valuing yourself or you don't feel good and self-care feels shitty? So instead of numbing out, I know for me, my pattern is to numb out by either watching TV or sleeping or hiding from my friends and from the world, and kind of that idea of not feeling, which I know doesn't work. And so that's the shitty part, is forcing myself into taking care of myself. So what do you guys do? What's your patterns? What's things that are helpful? What are strategies that work for you? What are songs or music that help you? I'm going to play a song by the Carpenters that reminds me of my mom, and it just makes me feel kind of held, like in that childlike way that we all need sometimes when we're needing some soul care. So while I'm working today and while I'm getting ready to teach class this afternoon, I'm going to play some of that music, and I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to smell my cinnamon, and I'm going to know that this is my time to decide that I'm going to show up for me and to really, really be committed, even though it feels shitty, that I am the most important thing that's ever happened to me. And so it makes sense that I need to show up for me and I need to take care of me. And in doing so, I can serve you and everyone around me in a much deeper and more authentic and vulnerable way, which is exactly what being naked in public is. So this feels uncomfortable. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say to you right now, I'm going to say to me right now on this video, because this feels really uncomfortable, I love me and I am worth taking care of and taking time for and scheduling care for and showing up in spaces that feel vulnerable. And I appreciate the bravery and the discomfort that I share and that I show when this happens. So let me know how that lands for you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.